The face pull is a fantastic exercise to really hone in on some of those smaller muscles in the upper back as well as the rear deltoids. But for some people, the exercise never really seems to click and never really feels quite all there or quite as productive as it could be or as it should be. And even though I have personally done this exercise for years, I have learned that I too was one of those people, and I've been searching for several years for a way to make the exercise better. And I think that I have finally found it. All you have to do is switch from using the low pulley to using the high pulley instead, and lie down supine on the floor while you are performing the exercise. For me, this little tweak was born out of necessity, as I've been performing face pulls in my home gym on my low pulley for several years now. But the problem always for me was that my low pulley is not adjustable. So I can't elevate the pulley so that the resistance is lined up directly with my shoulders as I'm performing the pull. So whenever I would do the exercise, I would always be pulling a little bit diagonally, which is suboptimal. I tried numerous ways to make this exercise better, but nothing really worked all that well. And then a few weeks ago, it dawned on me that all I had to do was lie down. Now, when I lie down and use the high pulley, I can line my shoulders up perfectly with the resistance so that I'm able to pull in a straight line instead of pulling diagonally. So this solves that issue for any home gym owners who may have the same problem that I had. So should you use this variation if you have access to an adjustable pulley? I believe the answer to that question is yes. Now, I have traveled all over the country, and I've worked out in hotel gyms and commercial gyms and hardcore gyms more than I can count, more than I can remember at this point, and I have used more different types of pulley and cable machines than I can remember at this point as well. And the face pull always felt pretty good on those pulling machines, but it never felt great. Whether I was sitting or standing, whether I had something to brace my legs against as I was doing the pulls or I didn't, the exercise always left something to be desired. The lack of stability present throughout the torso and the upper back simply made it so that I could never really hit those muscles as hard as I wanted to. But if you perform this movement lying down, you are able to gain that stability that your body is craving here. The weights used on this exercise will never be so heavy that you're gonna get pulled up into the air by the cable stack if you're lying down. But by having your back resting against the floor, you can no longer lean back as you're performing the face pull, which removes tension from the target muscles, right? You also don't have to brace through the hips in a power stance in order to keep your balance. You don't need anything to brace your legs against in order to get a strong pull. And you don't have to contort your body in weird ways to gain the stability required just to pull the cable without getting yanked out of position by the resistance either, right? Further, there is a natural check in place here, and that is the floor. If you get to a point where you can't draw your elbows back far enough that they're either tapping the floor or at least coming close to tapping the floor, then you know that the weight is probably getting a little bit too heavy for you. Personally, with these little adjustments in form, I not only feel that the exercise is much smoother and much stricter, but I also feel that I'm able to push each set much harder with less breakdown in form. I'm actually able to use more weight on the stack this way as compared to when I perform the exercise either seated or standing up. And each individual muscle contraction on every rep that I do actually feels way more intense as well. I can literally feel the target muscles in the upper back and the rear deltoids working much harder this way with this new style of face pull as compared to every other style of face pull that I've ever done on the 50 or 100 different pulling machines that I've had the opportunity to use over the years. So if the face pull has never felt quite as productive for you as you've hoped that it would feel, then give this little tweak a shot and let me know what you think. I hope that it helps you guys out as much as it has already helped me out just in the few weeks that it's been since I've discovered it. Check out OnCureEliteFitness.com for online coaching and training programs, and keep training hard. I will catch you guys next time.